Congress has said that India's worsening air pollution crisis is not just a respiratory issue, but a full-blown assault on the country's brains and bodies. Congress General Secretary Jairam Ramesh said air pollution has become a public health catastrophe and a national security threat that endangers India's society, healthcare system and future workforce, citing the State of Global Air 2025 report. Noted that nearly 2 million deaths in India in 2023 were linked to air pollution, a 43% rise since 2000. He said nearly 90% of these deaths were caused by non-communicable diseases such as heart disease, lung cancer, diabetes and even dementia. He further added that India records 186 air pollution-related deaths per 100,000 people, more than 10 times the rate in high-income nations. Air pollution contributes to about 70% of COPD deaths, 33% lung cancer deaths, 25% of heart disease deaths and 20% diabetes deaths in the country. All right, viewers. So we were tracking. I mean, Newsx has been getting you bit by bit update about the pollution crisis which plagues Delhi NCR every year. And now, of course, I have my colleague Anand Singh joining me with more details. Anand, the kind of diseases that are spreading because of the pollution in Delhi NCR is absolutely appalling. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, Vishali, look, even as Delhi grapples with this kind of every year, something in which air pollution becomes severe, and people complain about the problem in breathing, as well as burning in their eyes, and the severe asthmatic patients, they have to face acute problems over here in this kind of situation. So clearly, now Congress has slammed the government, saying that how the current PM 2.5 standard is 8 times higher.
All right, Anand, I'll have to interrupt you because joining me on the broadcast is Mukesh Tyagi, BJP spokesperson. Mukesh ji, my question to you is that every year Delhi NCR is facing the same problem, and we were just listing statistics to our viewers about how grave the situation is. Just want to ask you, what are the steps being taken to sort this out?
I think this is a very complex matter, and there is a huge legacy of 10 years rule of our party in Delhi. They have done nothing to combat the pollution, and the Delhi government has inherited a very, very dismal situation. And let me tell you one thing, Delhi government is taking 360-degree measures in terms of combating, bringing about new scientific interventions, cloud seeding, also the CND, the construction and demolition site, Parali issue, which Supreme Court order has issued. Despite that, Punjab government continues to burn Parali. And the environment is basically a seamless, like it flows from, it does not bother, there's no geographical boundaries, so it flies. So there is a whole lot of a complex issue. Let the Delhi government have some more time, and then I'm very sure they'll come out with a very, very robust solution. They're already doing a lot of measures like water sprinkling on the road. I've seen myself many vehicles moving across. They're also being grabbed to preventing the polluting vehicles to come on Delhi road. Then they're promoting EVs and infrastructure for the gas stations, so that will also significantly reduce. So I think Jairam Ramesh, who was an environmentalist once upon a time, with this word tech record, I think has no business to criticize right now. Rather than being critical, he should be supportive as a matter of fact. Does he have any robust ideas that what can be done? He has environmental minister credentials. He's just criticizing for the political reason. I think pollution is impacting all of us. It does not discriminate between who is from Congress, who is from BJP, who is from AAM. We all as a founder are sufferers of this pollution, and I agree that we need to take some revolutionary steps to contain it, because it is going on. We bring out some cosmetic measures like odd and even. That doesn't work. So we have to come out with a constructive partnership with the pollution leaders also. And they must stick to that protocol. Yes, Parali should not be burnt at all, irrespective whether it's a Congress or BJP or anything. And that control is very, very critical. So I think Central government is fully aware of it, and you will see some formidable measures coming in the future to combat this pollution.
Mr. Tyagi, now my question to you is, isn't prevention better than cure? When we talk about cloud seeding, that's after something happens, that's of course a cure. But what about prevention? Now, I just want to discuss with you because I noticed this personally. We had a deadline of 10 p.m. where the crackers could not be burnt after that deadline. But that was happening throughout, especially where I stay as well. So I noticed that. So what are there must be some steps taken for the authorities also to ensure that this deadline is met with.
No, I'm not defending at all. I think a Supreme Court order should be completely enforced. But if you have seen in the past, when the Supreme Court order was issued, the flagrant violation happened across Delhi, and people continued to use non-eco-friendly explosive patakas and everything. So I think there need to be increased cautiousness in the society that they need to contribute to that effect. I think that awareness is very important. I'm not saying it has not been violated. Yes, it has been violated, and action will be taken against delinquent people.
All right, Mr. Tyagi, stay on. Now, I have Ishan Tyagi, who's a Congress spokesperson, joining me. Ishan, we've heard what Mr. Tyagi had to say. But now I want to ask you, now Ishan, every year Delhi NCR is facing the same situation. Why are we not coming up with solutions? What do you have to say?
So first of all, I would like to quote that the Delhi government and of course the BJP ecosystem is more about talks rather than action. They had promised Delhi that the air quality will improve when they come to power, and of course we made the same promises. But what happened in first, I would like to take you to the monsoon season. All of the Delhi ministers went to certain areas and did their public relations campaign that everything has improved, there is no water logging. And the CM, after that the CM had to quote Rekha Gupta that there are no tawas in the sewage system, that the water will evaporate. If there is water logging for 4 or 5 hours, it is fine. So that is the level of IQ that the Chief Minister and the ministers of Delhi government have. And then coming to the air quality problem, it is the same. And if you must have read the reports, more than 38 AQI monitors were not working. So the data could not come, and that is why the AQI number was down, but the air quality was severely polluted. So I don't know how the BJP ecosystem is working, how they are running the government. If they are hiding the data, if they are hiding the facts, that is not the justice, the kind of justice that the Delhi people expected from them. And the mandate was given to them to improve the situation in Delhi, be it on the roads, be it on the sewage, be it on cleaning the Yamuna, be it on cleaning the air quality, but they have failed on every aspect.
All right, Ishan. Now, stay on with me. Now, I have Mukesh joining me, who's a BJP spokesperson. Mukesh ji, now, please respond to what Ishan has said from the Congress.
This is exactly what I'm trying to say. They have become a factory for criticism. They do not want to participate constructively in combating and also reducing the impact of the pollution. As I rightly said, that there is no discrimination. Pollution does not discriminate on political basis. So Rekha Gupta's government has just come into action. They don't have. They are taking action. There are many bold actions which she is taking. Yamuna cleaning up, which was completely contaminated. Kejriwal said that I will be taking a bath in the Yamuna river. I'll make it like as good as the mineral water. What happened to that? So there is a whole lot of legacy of contamination, pollution, and I think no action was taken by Kejriwal's government. You expect the Rekha Gupta government in such a short span of time has got a magic wand to combat such a deep-seated pollution issue? I think give some time to her, help her out in terms of what is required to be done, what is not required to be done. I think inter-state coordination team is required to be done. So there has to be a lot of voluntary action. simply criticizing Rekha Gupta that she is not able to keep. I think right from the day one, first she visited this Yamuna Bank. So that Yamuna is a very challenging issue. And dengue is another very, very challenging issue. But there are many issues which were not attended and addressed by the previous government. Look at the landfill point. What happened to that? Kejriwal said, I'll remove the landfill point. Nothing has happened. There is like miles and miles of the stuff lying there and vultures are hovering around. So they want everything to be cleaned up in such a short span of time. So I think let Rekha Gupta get some time. And if she does not deliver, then you have a right to criticize. But you want to expect like 10 years, Kejriwal did not do even a single bit to contain the pollution. What has he done? Let me tell you. Give me one concrete example. What Kejriwal has done is Punjab government is burning Parali left, right, center. They are not criticizing Punjab government. They are not criticizing their own Congress-ruled state where the pollution is also happening. Why are they keeping quiet on that? So they are just finding out a punching bag. I mean, they know it's a very, very complex issue because, and I think actions being taken. We have already implemented GRAP 2. We are trying to reduce the vehicular restrictions. A number of industrial shut down. Construction activities are being closed. So all actions are being taken progressively. So I'm sure by the next winter, you will have very, very little impact on the pollution in Delhi. This much I can assure you. Because we are completely committed. Mr. Modi is himself very committed that we need to have a clean air in Delhi. Not in Delhi, but in the entire country. So we are working relentlessly. So I think they need to have some patience and support Rekha Gupta government to bring out some formidable measures to contain this menace.
Mukesh, now my point is just this, that rather than giving it a political color, and we must try to solve the problem now, because this has been happening year after year and it's ultimately Delhiites who are suffering. However, Mukesh and Ishan, I'd like to thank both of you for joining